go-to thing for me. I ain't gonna sit here and bullshit you. She didn't make me no Tres Leche French Toast, all right? It was kind of old-fashioned, and she used to put the eggs, the milk. She did put a little di Saron in it, right? A little amaretto, just to, you know, a little something, and a little orange zest that really woke it up. But this is a little bit more of a chefy version. So we're gonna start with the dip. I'm gonna take some whole milk. I'm gonna put that in there, right? We got a little sweetened condensed milk, which is kind of like magic. This stuff really is so sweet and delicious. I started experimenting more with it. I gotta say, being an Italian baker, we never really used it too much. But as I started traveling and going a little bit more to Latin America, I just fell in love with the product. And then we got a little evaporated milk. So we got our 3 milks there. We got some vanilla. And I'm just gonna stir this up first, just to get the sweetened condensed a little thicker, just so that we get a little syrup. And then we're gonna throw some eggs in there, right? We're gonna do a little bada bing. Whoop. I don't crack an egg as good since my accident, but not bad. All right? And I'm feeling great, so thank you guys for the love and support. All right? All right, so now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna whisk it up. Hello? Echo, echo. I'm gonna let this go. Oh, nice. And again, if you wanna, you can always take a little bit of orange zest if you wanna get that orange flavor. I didn't do this here because I wanted to really concentrate and mimic a Tres Leche cake. So we have our soak here, right? And now I'm gonna just kind of put this to the side for a second. And I'm going to make my sauce. So in my sauce, we're gonna use that sweetened condensed milk again. Oh, can I get another whisk? Because if I can, guys, or a rinse. I'm sorry. So we got that. I got my evaporated milk. It's kind of the same exact thing, minus the eggs, right? We got a little bit of whole milk, bada bing, bada boom, and some vanilla. And we're just gonna kind of just stir this up. You know what, I can make it work with this. And it's kind of like, you almost want like like a glazed sugar icing, right? So like you would glaze a donut with. It's got almost that consistency. So we're gonna leave this to the side. Oh, thank you, Chef. You got it. We're all good now. So now, I'm just gonna move this out of the way. And I'm gonna turn this guy on. All right, let's just see. Oh yeah, there it goes. I'm gonna put this on nice and low. You know what? This is gonna heat up quick. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna start to soak my brioche. So basically what I'm gonna do is, I cut this probably like, I would say an inch to inch and a quarter, and I'm just gonna kind of like pour it over. I mean, you can dip it in. I'm gonna kind of pour it over because I really want this to soak in. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yeah.
No shells in there. You got a picture for the eggshells.
All right. Do you want some help making this? Because I saw somebody backstage who wants to come out here and help you.
I would love to have some help. You guys want me to bring out some help?
Yes. We might have one special guest to come out and help you do that. How about Super Bowl champ Victor Cruz?
Yeah.
Why don't we bring him out?
Nice. There he is.
You guys hear me out there? You can, oh yeah, it works. It works. Mic works. How we doing, Chef? I'm fantastic,
good.
Man. I heard Tres Leche French Toast back there. I'm hungry. I'm starving now.
And I had you at Tres Leches, right?
Yes, 100%. The Puerto Rican in me had me at Tres Leche.
That's what I like to hear. Well, for me, what I got here is, I got the simple same ingredients as you would in the classic Tres Leches. The 3 kind of milks, a little bit of vanilla, and then I just added some eggs to it.
Okay.
And right now I have a nice brioche, and I'm just letting this kind of soak up. I'm flipping it so that I get enough, but not too much. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn this guy on. All right, let's get this.
Here we go. We got this thing going. Now, Chef, I heard you say something about your mom back there, how she would make you French toast and stuff. What's the biggest difference between this, besides the Tres Leches? What's the biggest difference between the one your mom used to make you and the one you're making here today?
Well, again, we didn't have the evaporated milk. We didn't have the sweet condensed milk. She put a little amaretto in there. You know what I'm trying to say? It was like the Italian Tres Leche French toast. You know. And then she would zest it up with the orange, because the little bit of orange zest in there really carries through, and it's just an easy way to spice up any French toast recipe. So I recommend doing that in any oven. So now that we got this going, we have our eggs.
Smell it.
Right, you can smell it. Smelling good.
Smelling
You know
good.
what I don't have here, guys? A spatula.
We need a spatula.
I'm good, but we can't flip it now. So do we got any Giant fans in the audience?
We got a couple.
All right, I'm sorry.
How you feel about Championship Sunday? A little championship football today, right? I know the Giants aren't in it, but it's still Championship Sunday nonetheless.
Next year.
The Giants are in it today, apparently. I like that. I like the jersey. Thank you so much.
Okay, so now I'm going to heat this up, right?
Okay.
I got some butter in there, because butter makes the difference. All right? I'm going to do one more flip.
Now, Chef, what's the trial and there's no way, I know you're a great chef, but I'm sure everything has a trial and error process. Everything doesn't taste great the first time you make it. What's your process of either figuring out the Tres Leches cake and making sure that it's good, like trying new things? What's your process?
Well, it's a good and a bad process, right? Because you're right. It's trial and error. And everything through that process, you're tasting. So it's like, all right, I'll give you a perfect example. This last week I've been working on some different sandwiches, okay? You eat so many sandwiches. Thank you. My daughter Sophia's here. You eat so many sandwiches, you gain like 10 friggin' pounds, man. You know, you gotta bring me to the gym.
Great, though.
No, you gotta always like eating. You're always tasting, and then like you're on a diet. You're like, all right, the New Year's here. I'm gonna lose weight. I gotta lose weight, right? Everybody says the same thing. And then they're like, oh, this is the new chocolate chip cookie recipe. And you taste it. And then you put it in your mouth. You're like, okay, well, I gotta get another bite. And then you're like, oh man, this thing's good. Next thing you know, six cookies later, you housed them, and that's kind of it. You know how it goes.
Yeah, of course.
But you know, that's it. It's everything is trial and error.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing comes out exactly the way you want it on the first time. And again, sometimes here you'll have a little bit of the extra, you know, milk kind of coming out.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of cut that out. It's gonna kind of make its own little scrambly egg thing on the side.
It smells delicious already.
And what about you? What have you been up to, Victor, now that we're not winning Super Bowls anymore? I mean, the Giant fans, come on.
We got more energy than that. Now people are here. I've been doing a little bit of everything, Chef. I'm not gonna lie. Well, first and foremost, my daughter just turned 10. She was same year. Make some noise for Kennedy.
Yeah.
She just turned 10. She's a reminder of the Super Bowl. She was born a couple weeks before we won Super Bowl 46.
That's awesome.
So she'll always be my little good luck charm there. So got that out the way. But in terms of football, I'm still in the game. Still, doing some broadcast work with the Giants, doing their post-game show, staying connected to the game as much as possible. And like I was telling you before, Chef, creating some things, some shows and creative things to talk about the game as well. So I'm working on a lot of different things. Still in the fashion space, doing a lot of collaborations and footwear collaborations. I just recently did one with a brand called Pierre Hardy out of France, which was a lot of fun.
Oh, awesome.
So just staying connected, man. Just doing a lot of different things. I'm just excited to have the time now to do like all the other things that I'm excited to do.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, Victor, again, I'm friends, you know, we're buddies, and you know, I know a lot of other athletes. People just really don't understand what it takes when you're in that game. right? You know, and I equate that to like me just being these last 2 quarters. So for me, my Super Bowl or my season is really November, December.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's nothing else but that, right? I mean,
Exactly.
you can talk through it a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in football, obviously, you see Sundays, right? You see the games, you see game time, but the real essence of the game is the preparation. I mean, the way we get ready for games, and then that ramps up week in and week out, depending on who we're playing. You could feel the difference between us playing an out-of-conference game against Seattle or a game against the Cowboys at home. Like, you feel we got some, what's that? I heard sound effects. Okay, negative effects. Okay, good. We don't like the Cowboys. So it's the preparation, right? You feel the difference. You understand the difference from game to game, from week to week. You know, Coach Coughlin comes in with a little bit more of a meaner scowl on certain games. His face is a little bit more red and angry on certain weeks. So you just got to figure out. I can always look at Coach Coughlin and see the sense of urgency for that week. I always look at the color of his face.
Yeah, and again, for us too, it's like, yeah, you're playing Dallas. We want to beat them.
Exactly.
Right? You know what I mean? Being a Giant fan, that's who we want to beat.
Yeah. So the attention to detail has to be that much better. You know what I mean?
I'm going to plate this up. So we got nice. Yeah, I got you, bro. Come on. I got you. I'm just finishing up here. I'm just getting this one ready.
You can't rush greatness.
No, I'm gonna plate these two. Let's get this off over here. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright. So we're gonna do this. Then I'm gonna shut this off. Now again, I do not claim to be a chef. I'm not a chef. Alright?
So what's the code for it?
Well, you want to laugh, the truth be told, I started wearing a chef coat because of TV. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, I'm an old school baker. We wore a white t-shirt, V-neck, okay, with an apron. That was the uniform.
Done, yep.
Every day, right? It was old fashioned. But then what happened was, as I got on TV, or as I started to have to meet with the clients, I couldn't go down like a slob, you know, with like a white t-shirt on. So I started wearing a chef coat, and then it just kind of stuck, and I like it. But I don't ever call myself a chef. You know, I was talking to Chef Tabby beforehand, and they were asking me, well, what do you want to plate it on? I said, well, honestly, I don't really plate like too much. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, most of what I do is create cakes and stuff. So plating for me is different. I kind of like, whoa, wait.
Hey, coming out hot.
Coming out hot here. So we're gonna hit this with this beautiful sauce here, because it's nice.
Chef, I gotta take a picture of this.
Get in there, man.
What the kids do, if they didn't take a picture, it didn't happen.
Yeah. I have some fun with
All
that.
needs first.
I'm gonna put some strawberries. I'm trying to make this look like put a little bit of garnish on there. I'm gonna put some blackberries. Put some strawberries.
I love strawberries in my French toast.
Me too.
We got some ginger. Thank you, sir. It's a great hat you're wearing too, man.
Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of powdered sugar on. Oh, yeah, I don't want to get the jeans dirty there. Okay.
Get anything on this pink, chef, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, I know, I got you, man. But it takes a real guy to wear pink like that. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
My daughter picked this out.
That's what I like to hear.
You
Okay.
got beef with this, you got beef with her.
No. So this is a finished plate, right? And let's give it a shot.
I'm like already trying to dive in.
Let's get in there. Oh, thank you. I was gonna say, you gotta fuck for yourself. What kind of friend are you? Thank you. Let's get that. I got you. You got it. Thank you.
Right in there. Make some noise for Chef Buddy,
Oh,
please.
thank you.